Ladies and gentlemen, UFC 324 is upon us, and it is headlined by the lightweight championship interim fight between Justin Gaethje and Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Now, a lot of people will say that this fight is too soon for Paddy the Baddy, and I think a lot of people would say that this fight is unearned, an unearned title fight for Paddy the Baddy. In his last fight with Michael Chandler, he was ranked 12th and Chandler was number 7th, and now he's ranked 5 or 4 at this point. But ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that regardless of all the chatter out there, this fight between Justin Gaethje and Paddy the Baddy Pimblett is a 50-50 fight. Let's get into it, and I'll tell you why I believe Paddy the Baddy has a 50-50 chance at becoming interim lightweight champion at UFC 324. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett is coming off of his TKO victory of Michael Chandler. All right, he TKO'd Michael Chandler. He looked the best that he's ever looked in the UFC. He was able to stand with Michael Chandler. Even with that, though, ladies and gentlemen, when I watch that fight, Paddy keeps his chin up in the air. Common issue that he does in all his fights, keeps that chin up in the air. He's begging Justin Gaethje to knock him the fudge out. He's begging for it to happen, ladies and gentlemen. The way he just moves forward with his chin up in the air. Also, I believe that Paddy the Baddy Pimblett is rather sluggish with how he throws his leg kicks, how he throws his punches. He looks kind of awkward out there. I think Justin Gaethje will be much faster on the night, much more powerful, just the overall better striker. We don't need to go through it, but these leg kicks are going to be a nightmare for Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, all right? The leg kicks are going to be a nightmare for Paddy. He wants no part of that stand-up, okay? When you guys, there's no way that you guys can go back and watch that Michael Chandler fight and see the brawl and feel like, yep, Paddy is going to be able to just easily do this to Justin Gaethje. That's not what you saw. You saw a Michael Chandler that hadn't fought in a while, that had been waiting his whole life for a fight with Conor McGregor, and he looked like he hadn't fought in a while. He looked exactly like he hadn't fought in a while. He looked a little hesitant in his movements. He was able to get quite a few takedowns on Paddy the Pimblett. He was able to control him early on with the wrestling, which I thought was really interesting. But I don't see Paddy having stand-up success. All right, he made Michael Chandler have to grapple. Michael was getting pieced up from the distance. All right, Michael was getting pieced up, his legs were getting chopped up. That was the perfect fight for Paddy to look his best. All right, and he went out there and he did what he was supposed to do. He looked his best against Michael Chandler. Now, it's not going to look the same here against Justin Gaethje. Gaethje will knock that dude out in one round. All right, if he chooses to stay standing, if he has that kind of confidence that he can stay standing with Justin Gaethje, I believe Paddy the Baddy will get knocked out in maybe the first round, ladies and gents. Maybe the first round. I think this could be a quick night. And on the flip side of that, right, why I say this is a 50-50, because Justin Gaethje has been rather easy to take down in his career. He was taken down 2 or 3 times by Rafael Fiziev in the second fight. All right, he was taken down pretty easily with Rafael Fiziev, and Justin Gaethje likes to do this roll. He likes to roll forward when people grab that single leg. That's his defense to get out of there, but it usually doesn't work. He usually still ends up on the ground. All right, he usually still ends up on the ground, and I believe that Paddy will definitely be the more superior grappler if it does go to the ground. I did recently see that Justin Gaethje is definitely training his wrestling. He's working his wrestling. All right, Gaethje is definitely working on his wrestling coming into this fight with Paddy the Baddy. So hopefully we see some improvements in the grappling. Maybe he'll be able to get up, not get submitted. But I believe if it goes to the ground, if Paddy wants to take this to the ground, I believe Paddy can get it to the ground as soon as he decides. As soon as he decides to take it to the ground. I don't think Gaethje has the wherewithal, honestly. He hasn't in the past. As I said, he's been working on his wrestling. I've been watching him on social media lately. He has been working on his wrestling. So maybe We see a new and improved Justin Gaethje that doesn't have to worry about being taken down to the ground. He's got a 68% takedown defense. I think, and it's weird. That 68%, I think, is just because he's been fighting a lot of strikers, right? He's fighting like Dustin Poirier, who doesn't really care to take him down. Fighting Max Holloway, doesn't really care to take him down. They're there to strike. That 68% is, his takedown defense gets ticked away with people like Fiziev because there's no defense there. He doesn't really defend the takedown. So right now it's at 68, and I believe if Paddy Pimblett wants to take him down, he can take him down whenever. I think Gaethje will have a 0% takedown defense in this fight if Paddy chooses to take it there. So who wins out here? All right, Paddy, as far as I'm concerned, in the UFC, has not fought a 5-round fight. He's not fought 5 rounds. Justin Gaethje has fought 5 rounds. Got knocked out by Max Holloway in the 5th round, at the end of that 5th round. But I think we've seen Paddy kind of gas out in 3-round fights. All right. If this fight is able to get him to the championship rounds, I believe the cardio factor will definitely be on Justin Gaethje's side. I believe Justin Gaethje, if the fight ends up in the 5th round, we will see a labored Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje that's excited, ready to go and put it on Paddy. I believe the cardio factor of this fight is definitely on the side of Justin Gaethje. So to be honest with you guys, like, personally, I would love it if Paddy could win this fight. If Paddy could get it done, and then we set up the fight between Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett, that would be amazing. I would love to see Paddy get it done, but my heart tells me, all right, the eye test tells me that Justin Gaethje should finish Paddy at UFC 324 and become, for the 2nd time, interim lightweight champion and set up a fight potentially with Ilia Topuria if he chooses to come back to the division. Topuria is potentially gonna go to 170 to fight Islam Makhachev for the welterweight belt and chase triple champ status. So I think if Paddy wins, Ilia will definitely take that easy money there. All right, if Paddy wins, Ilia will take that easy money and get that grudge match that's been going on. I'm sure they'll make plenty of money from it, but that's who I'm rolling with at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I think Gaethje has it with the striking. He has it with the cardio, championship grit. He's been interim champion before. We saw that beating he put on Tony Ferguson to become interim champion the first time. I believe Justin Gaethje has more tools to win. But if it goes to the ground, ladies and gentlemen, it could be over in 1 for Justin Gaethje. I just hope he has been keeping those wrestling shoes on. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, ladies and gents. Thank you guys for being here once again, and I will see you guys next time.